This is the June 2023 ACT math video. We'll work the first 15 problems on this video. Again, this is my favorite calculator. It's the Casio FX1 15ES. Look at this first problem. It is probability, which is scary for most, but it's easy probability. A bag contains 7 marbles, 4 red with the numbers 1 through 4 on it, 3 black, 1 through 3. What is the probability that the marble selected will be an odd numbered red? So it's only the 1 and the 3, so it's 2. Those are the only red ones. 2 out of 7B is a solution. All right, number 2 is very simple algebra, pre-algebra really. P equals 40, Q equals negative 12. P plus Q, that's 40 plus negative 12, is equal to negative 4. And the product of what number? All right, when you add this, this is 28. So it's got to be negative 7. G is the answer. In triangle ABC, okay, let's just do it. A, B, C. A and C are congruent. That means they're equal. And the measure of B is 93.5. So what is the measure of A? We take 180, which is the sum of all the angles in a triangle. You subtract 93.5 from it, and you get 86.5. You divide that by 2 since those two angles are congruent. You get 43.25. Problem 4, just shook the table a little bit. Problem 4, lots of words again. Ken is a regular hourly wage at $15 per hour before taxes are deducted, up and including 40 hours a week. So if he works 40 hours a week, he earns 15 times 40. For each additional hour, he's paid 2 times. So 2 times the $15 for every hour over 40. If he works 44 hours, that means he works 4 hours over the regular paid time. What is his pay before taxes? Well, it's 15 times 40 plus, that's 30 times 4, which your calculator knows order of operations. Sometimes you have to make sure you tell it order of operations with parentheses. All right, what is the length in inches of the hypotenuse of a right triangle with a leg that is 7 inches long and a leg that is 4 inches? This is Pythagorean's theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared, C being the hypotenuse. So it's 4 squared plus 7 squared is C squared. That's 16 plus 49 is C squared. That's 65 is C squared, but you take the square root and they leave it as a radical. All right, this also is similar to pre-algebra and very early Algebra 1 concepts. What is X? You're just using order of operations, making sure you know how to solve a simple equation following the rules of algebra. So I'm going to subtract 3x on both sides. Really, you have 4 options. I wouldn't plug them in. However, you could, right? Subtracting 3x from both sides, adding 16 to both sides. You end up with 9 equals 5x. Dividing by 5, x equals 9/5. J is the solution. All right, as shown in the figure, we have that, all right? The measure of angle ABC, ABC, is x degrees. The measure of CBD is 5x plus 4. Which of the following equations is true? The sum of them has to equal 180. X plus 5x plus 4, because they are linear pair. D is the solution. All right, linear pair means the sum has to be, they're supplementary. The sum has to be 100. Keep hitting that thing. Sorry for the shaky camera. All right, a restaurant currently has an outdoor rectangular dining section, it's measured 30 by 40 feet. The shorter sides will be increased by 10 feet. So if it stopped here, we're going to increase it by 10 feet because that's the shorter side, resulting in a larger rectangular dining room. What is the positive difference in square feet? That means area between the areas of the resulting and the current. Really, it's going to be a square, 40 by 40, right? So it's going to be 40 by 40, so the area is going to be 1,600, but the area was 40 by 30, which is 1,200. The difference is 400 square feet. All right, you really have to be careful with your absolute values. Remember, it's just the positive. So that's 4 minus, and whatever this is in positive form. That's negative 23, but you look at 23. 4 minus 23 is negative 19. You just take the positive of what's inside the absolute bars. All right. Christopher works in a clothing store. He earns $7.50 per hour plus 6% of his sales. Which of the following expressions gives Christopher's earnings in dollars when he works X hours? So it's going to be 7.5 times X. And he has Y dollars in sales. It's going to be plus 0.06 Y. It's 6%. 0.6 would be 60%. And the answer is K. For RT shown below, the length of RS is 8, ST is 20. What is the distance in centimeters between T and the midpoint of RS, which that would be 4, so it's 24. The midpoint is halfway between. So 24D is that solution. A conference presenter earned $48.50 for attending. So that's not $48.50 per anything. It's just for showing up. And in addition, $15.35 per hour for the hour she spent preparing. Let Y be the amount of money earned. So that's what she would equal, that for showing up and that per hour. Which of the following gives the relationship between X and Y? Hours has to be X. So Y equals 1535X plus 4850. J is the solution. All right, number 13. Maybe we'll go through 30 and just do, no. Yes, maybe we'll go through 30. Ben and Shawnee are painting a room in the library. They start with 7 gallons of paint. All right, so we have 7 gallons. On the first day, Ben used, so this is what we're using. We're using 3/4 of a gallon, and Shawnee used 3.5. I'm writing it like that. This is really 0.75. How many gallons of paint were left? Well, you just take the 7 gallons, subtract 0.75, and subtract 3.5, and it's 11/4. 11/4 is 2.75, so it's 2 3/4. A is the solution. If X is -4, then what does that equal? You're substituting -4 in where X is. So it's -5 plus 9 times -4. Here's the key. When you square a negative number, it becomes positive. That's where students make the mistake. All right, so we end up with, you really could put this in your calculator. In this calculator, let me just show you how easy it is. You put in a fraction first. You do -5 plus 9 times -4. Your calculator knows the order of operations. And you could put in -4 squared, or you could just put in 4 squared. A negative times a negative is going to be a positive, so I'm just going to put plus 9 times 4. You could do 9 times 4, or you could just know it's 36. And it's negative 41 over 52. G is the solution. I'm going to stop after 15 because the dog needs me. In the standard coordinate plane, what is the slope? It's y equals mx plus b. 4 is the slope.